Today I'm going to teach you how to read your homeowner's insurance policy. Now, every homeowner's policy comes with something called a declaration page, and that just outlines the main coverage limits of the policy. I'll pull up an example here and we'll start at the top with dwelling, and that is the coverage limit on your main home. It's super important that you have enough coverage here because if it ends up costing $800,000 to rebuild your home and you've only got $610,000 in coverage, you will be underinsured and the insurance company is not going to pay any more than the limit shown on the policy. Moving on to other structures, these are any structures on your property that are not physically connected to your home. That's usually 10% of the dwelling coverage. So in this case, it's $61,000. This coverage can be changed by you. Say you have a detached garage that is worth $150,000. The insurance company won't pay that $150,000 unless it is updated in your policy. Next is personal property, and that is also a percentage of the dwelling. In this case, it's 75%, so $457,000. Personal property is just the contents in your home. It can be anything from your clothes to your electronics to your firearms. It's important you know how much stuff you've got in your house because the insurance company, again, won't pay above that coverage limit. Next is loss of use, and that is living expenses you incur if you have to be out of your home. Say there were repairs needed on your home and you had to stay in a hotel, or your house burned down and you had to find other living arrangements. Loss of use helps cover those expenses. In this example, the limit says actual loss sustained, so there's not an actual limit. It's whatever expenses you incur within 1 year. Most policies do have a specific limit, so it's good to be aware of that and make sure you've got enough coverage. Personal liability helps pay if you are liable for damages in a variety of situations. If your dog bit someone, if you damage someone else's property, or if you needed a lawyer to defend you in court, all those things would fall under personal liability, so it's good to have a high limit. The example here is $1 million, so that is pretty good. Next is medical payments to others. This is just a small amount of coverage. If someone were to slip and fall at your home, they would automatically get $5,000 in medical payments, regardless of who's at fault. If it goes beyond that, it can fall under personal liability, but most policies do have a small amount for medical payments to others. In this case, it's $5,000. At the very bottom, we see the deductibles. In this case, it is $1,000 and $1,500 for any wind hail deductible. These, you can select higher or lower deductibles if you'd like. If you have a higher deductible, your policy will be less expensive, and vice versa. If you have a really low deductible, you're going to be paying significantly more for the coverage. So that's just a quick breakdown of the declaration page. I'll go into specifics more on certain coverages, but that is just a quick overview. Thanks.